Hey, what's up there YouTube? Ben here with a quick video for you guys today, and this is just going to be a quick hands-on review for the new blue HTC One that you can get on Verizon, and I do believe a few other carriers as well, but the one I have is specifically a Best Buy exclusive for Verizon, which you can pick up on contract for just $50. So without any further ado, let's get into the video right now. Alright guys, so as you can see, the HTC One in blue is an absolutely beautiful device. Of course, again, it is the HTC Vivid Blue version that you can get on Verizon at Best Buy on contract for just $50. It is advertised with Android 4.3, but unfortunately guys, after going into the settings, you will be able to notice that it is simply running Android 4.2.2, which I'm not 100% sure why they advertise it as 4.3 when it's definitely not running that latest version of Android, but that is the case. In a couple of weeks times, when Android 4.4 is released and announced for the Google Nexus 5 or LG Nexus 5 or whatever it's going to be called, you are going to be two versions of Android behind again. So that is one downfall about this, but also still a small gripe that you would probably have with the phone. One thing I definitely do like about this device, guys, is again, HTC Vivid Blue, and then on the back and sides, of course, it is complemented by black accents. So it definitely really makes the blue stick out a lot more still. And then, of course, you get the HTC logo in black, and then on the bottom, since this is Verizon, you're going to get the Verizon and 4G LTE logos on the bottom as well. And then, of course, you also get the Beats audio, since that's one of the big key selling points HTC likes to use with their devices. Another nice thing about this device, guys, of course, other than the build quality, is that gorgeous HD 1080p display with the pixel density of either 443 or 446. I can't remember exactly. I haven't looked at it in a while. But let me tell you guys, this is absolutely beautiful and just simply stunning. Now, of course, after a certain point, after about, I believe, like 330 pixels or something like that, you can't perceive each individual pixel, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to tell that it is a sharper display still versus something like a 720p display. Now, it may not be a huge difference, but the difference is still noticeable, especially if you put actual downloaded videos onto your phone, so that way, you know, it's not streaming quality, it is the raw 1080p file that you do have on your device. And another thing, guys, is boom sound. So accompanied with the 1080p display, you're also going to get amazing stereo speakers with this thing. I know this is one of the things you hear in every single review, but I cannot stress it enough. So actually, let's take a look into the actual video and sound quality right now in the video that I do have on the device.
I don't know, Ron. Guess what I do? I know that one day Veronica and I are going to get married on top of a mountain. And there's going to be flutes playing and
So as you guys can see, Anchorman on this looks fantastic and sounds fantastic thanks to those speakers. And then on top of that, again, guys, this is also going to be running Sense 5.02. It is different than TouchWiz and other skins. It is actually pretty clean. As you can see, it kind of does have a nice stock look other than the dock that you have your icons in. And then, of course, the notification drawer, not notification drawer, I should say, but the app drawer is different as well. It's not clear or anything like that. It's black, and then it kind of has the original Droid feeling, so it does go up and down versus going sideways. And then another nice thing HTC does like to promote with this phone is BlinkFeed. So as you can see right here, it definitely does look nice. It's not something that I think I'm going to use on a day-to-day basis, but it does look nice. You can set up things so you can have, you know, Facebook going on here so you can see status updates, Twitter, and then of course you can see videos right from the feed as well. And then also your calendar events and things like that too. So that's definitely nice. And then you also do get your clock and, you know, temperature, so you don't have to download a separate app to be able to see that kind of information. So far with this device, guys, I do like it a lot. One thing I have noticed is battery life is also really good. Coming from the Galaxy Note 3, not Note 3, which I will be getting though, but coming from the Galaxy Note 2, this was something that I was definitely worried about, since battery life on the Note 2 is absolutely amazing, since it doesn't have that, I believe, 3100 milliamp hour battery. So I always get a full day's use out of that. And I can tell you, with the day that I have used this so far, I used it all day yesterday. Battery life stood up really well against the Note, and really no complaints about it. I did go to bed around pretty late, around 2 o'clock, since I had a pretty busy day with class and things like that. But I did again, when I did take this off the charger when I got this, so I charged it to about 100%. So around 12 o'clock, and then it lasted me till 2 o'clock, and then I still had about 31% battery life with this thing. So it's definitely going to be really good with battery, especially if you're sticking to things, a few videos here and there, then texting friends and things like that as well. And of course some web browsing here and there, and even some light gaming. And then even if you are a heavy user, I do think it's definitely going to last you really well. So even though it does have a smaller battery, it does stand up really well. And then, guys, my final consensus is I really do love this device, but honestly, for me personally, I don't think it's something that I'm super comfortable with using, because it's kind of a love-hate relationship, and it's not because of the software or anything like that. It is because of the hardware. Now, of course, it is absolutely beautiful. Really the only other thing hardware-wise that comes close to this device is the iPhone 5, iPhone 5S, and this is definitely the best-looking Android device that you're going to be able to get at this time. But unfortunately, since it is so, just absolutely fantastic and amazing, and it's almost kind of like you're holding a jewel in your hand the whole time. It's scary to hold around, like set it down at your own leisure. You're scared to do it because you don't want to mess it up. You don't want to get scratches, dents, or anything like that on your phone, since it is in this aluminum body, and you almost want to baby it more than any other phone that maybe has a plastic build, such as a Samsung Galaxy S4, the Note 2, or the LG G2, and things like that. So it's definitely a lot scarier. I mean, I'm scared to even toss this on the couch sometimes when I'm just gonna watch TV, just because I'm scared that the slightest thing is gonna mess up the beautiful device. And so it's definitely a nice looking device, but it's something that you're going to want to get a case for, or you're probably going to be paranoid the whole time. So of course, something like this you want to be able to rock naked, but of course, it's just something that you're not probably going to do, just because you want to be able to keep the look of this. But you can go on Amazon and get cases that are clear, so therefore you're going to preserve the look of it and still be able to have that nice look for your device. Now, of course, you're going to be able to see the kind of glossy plastic on it, and I know having an aluminum phone is kind of one thing that made you not want to have plastic. But again, having this kind of device, it's something that I do recommend you guys getting, just because you are going to be a little bit paranoid while using it. And then one other thing I have noticed is having the volume rocker on top is also kind of odd. Since it is a 4.7 inch screen, and even though it's definitely quite a bit smaller than my Note 2, the Note 2's volume rocker as well as power button is on the side, and all I have to do is press my thumb and it turns on. Here I kind of have to readjust my hand and turn it on and off there, and it's also kind of hard to feel since it's pretty well embedded into the phone. But that is it, guys. This is my first impressions with this. Again, I'll try and get a full review up for you guys as soon as I can, but this is kind of my hands-on review. Everything pretty much runs great. The thing is incredibly fast. Web browser, it does even come with Chrome, so that's definitely a nice thing. And then just everything runs really great with this. I have really no complaints other than being scared to carry this thing around and drop it or something like that and get it damaged. But anyways, guys, I do want to thank you for checking out this video, and I will catch you in the next one.